So, welcome back to Taylor in the Morning. Today we have a guest here who's talking about how it feels when you lose a pet or lose someone very close to you.
Thank you. My name is Ewing. Recently I have gone through steps that most people go through when they receive news about something that is life-changing, like finding out that you have a terminal illness or when someone close to you dies. I lost my lovely wife. We had been together for 26 years, and we had grown so close to each other. So naturally, my life was shattered when she died.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. How's your life altered, or what patterns changed in your life for you?
Actually, my life was changed quite a bit. First, I went through denial. Denial is usually one of the first steps when you hear about traumatic news. I had a hard time throwing away her belongings. I kept telling myself that she was going to come home, that she was going to come back, saying that she was just out to lunch with some friends, or that she was on vacation, anything but facing the reality. But soon I realized that she wasn't coming home.
Oh my gosh, what happened next? I can't imagine how hard this was for you.
Well, after I realized she was gone, I got very angry. Angry at God. How could He take her from me? How could she just go out like that? It wasn't fair. Things weren't fair. She wasn't supposed to just do that. It wasn't fair. The more that I thought about how her death wasn't fair, the more that I was trying to bargain with myself and even with God. I would plead, lie in my sorrow, and say, God, take me, bring her back. I'll do anything. I'll give up anything in my life except her. Just please bring her back.
That's just horrible. Was there any left? You must have had a strong spirit.
Well, there were times where my spirit felt pretty broken. I knew that bargaining wasn't going to get me anywhere, and it wouldn't have any effect on the situation. And after realizing that, I became very sad. I was sad about everything. Sad about how she was taken from me. Sad about things that were left unsaid and events that we didn't get to do together. I still couldn't believe that it was over, that she was gone. However, as time went by, I learned to accept her death and move on from it. I learned many things about myself when I accepted that she had died. I learned that I loved her with more than words can describe. I also learned that I wanted to help people who may be going through the same thing as I was. When I was going through these stages, I pushed the world away, and yet I felt so alone. I really wanted to help people who were going through the same thing that I was. Nothing will ever bring my darling back, but her memories and my love for her lives on in my mind and in my heart. She lives on.
Wow, that's beautiful. I think all of us here in the studio are touched by your story. I could personally feel the love and emotion that you had for your wife, and I can't imagine how hard it must have been for you.
Yeah, it really wasn't easy. I went through a lot of stages, but all of that is normal. Everyone should know. If something similar like this happens to you, it is normal. It is a normal reaction to experience what you feel. One thing though, if you're going through this, talk to people. Find a friend or a parent to talk to on a regular basis. It will really boost your esteem, your mood, and make the entire process go much smoother and quicker.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. That's all the time we have today. Your words will guide anyone in need and anyone in the audience watching the show today. You're truly an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you also. It has been my goal to voice my experiences to others so that the process may be easier for them. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Okay, next up we have an interview with a young man who stood up to bullies at his school. Was it the right move for justice, or was it taken out of hand when punches were thrown? Also, it's getting very cold out, so bundle up, put the kettle on. We're coming back in a few minutes with Traffic Report. See you in a few.